Hello, welcome back to another video, and welcome to my channel if this is your first video. I had hoped to do this voiceover when my voice was better. However, it's still not sounding the greatest, but I made this sheet pan dinner. I love sheet pan dinners. They are so easy. They only make a couple dishes: your cutting board, your knife, and then your sheet pan. And then basically that's it. Cleanup is so much easier than any other kind of cooking. Maybe a crock pot would be also be easy, but I am doing a bunch of vegetables today with potatoes and kielbasa sausage. So at the beginning there, I just showed you the seasonings I used. I used garlic powder, onion powder, vegetable seasoning, and then also a steak seasoning. And I'm also going to be using some Italian dressing. At first I was going to be using some olive oil, and then I realized that I could just use the dressing since it has oil in it. And I have too many bottles of Italian dressing. For some reason we keep buying Italian dressing and we don't need it. But I'm just chopping up my vegetables here, getting them all cleaned up. A trick I've learned over the years, I think my mom saw this online sometime many years ago, is if you take parchment paper, it always wants to roll back up on you. So as soon as you rip it off the box, you just crumple it up into a ball and then spread it back out flat, and it stays in place, just in case you don't know that trick. I am an aesthetically pleasing type of person, so I enjoy putting the vegetables in different lines and just seeing the separation of the colors. It makes no difference whatsoever, but just to my eye, I like that initial differentiation between the different vegetables and the colors, and I don't know, just something that makes me kind of happy. I think one of the key tips in roasting vegetables or any cooking is just making sure that you're heavily seasoning, not necessarily with salt, but just all the different kinds of seasonings. I do season with salt, not plain salt, but the roasted vegetable seasoning, and then the steak seasoning also has salt, and it was just perfect. After I seasoned it, I just make sure I mixed it all up just to get all the seasonings on all the different sides of the vegetables and meat. Yes, it did mix up my perfectly eye-pleasing picture, but I was okay with that. I roasted this at 400 degrees for about 40 minutes, and then I took it out and stirred it up and then put it in for another 10 to 15 minutes, and then it was perfectly crispy on the edges. I loved the little crispy bits on the sausage, and the potatoes were cooked to perfection. I served it alongside some cottage cheese, sourdough rolls, and some garden vegetable rice. It was delicious.